Now, two accountants responsible for Sunday's mix-up at the Oscars have been banned from attending future events. Brian Cullinan and Martha Ruiz were tasked with safeguarding the envelopes with the winners' names on them. Cullinan accidentally handed actors Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway the wrong envelope. It resulted in La La Land and not Moonlight being announced as Best Picture. The two were representing the accounting firm PricewaterhouseCoopers, who's responsible for auditing the Oscar ballots. Well, we're joined now from Coventry in the UK by Julie Lobalzo Wright, a film studies scholar at Warwick University. Thanks very much for talking to us. Julie, this must be pretty embarrassing for PricewaterhouseCoopers. Is it unprecedented?
Well, I think it is unprecedented. I mean, the accounting firm has worked with the Academy for 83 years, so they've been very integral to the Academy Awards ceremony. So for this to happen is quite a huge mistake for them to have completed.
You say they've been working together for 83 years. Exactly what is the process here? I mean, who is involved in deciding the winners and how is it kept quiet and how do we, the process that we take for granted every year, how does it actually work?
Well, what they do is obviously they count up all the ballots, they count up all the what people have chosen, and then it's all under kind of a lock and key. Every year you see the Price Waterhouse accountants on the red carpet walking with their briefcase. So it's kept within that company and with those accountants. They're responsible for making sure that everything runs smoothly. Where it went wrong this year was the fact that you have multiple envelopes that are made out just in case there are any mistakes, and you had the accountants actually handing those envelopes to the presenters going on stage. Normally you have a stage manager who's involved with the Oscar telecast. So there were also suggestions that there was tweeting going on by the two accountants and they were maybe distracted. So they ended up giving this duplicate envelope out for the biggest award of the night.
Other than banning these two accountants, do you think there are going to be any other fundamental changes that we'll see going forward?
I don't think so, because in some ways this has been a successful way to run the ceremony, and in a successful way except for this one moment. And the other thing is, because they've been with them for 83 years, they're going to have a very tight contract between the Academy and the accountants, so it might be very difficult for them to actually separate without maybe suing or anything like that. So I think what might happen is the Academy will stay with Price Waterhouse, but they're not going to maybe have accountants handing out the envelopes and safeguarding it, more with having the people running the telecast involved.
And at the end of the day, it is the Oscars, it is all about the show, and they say that there's no such thing as bad publicity. Will the Academy be too downhearted about this happening, too embarrassed?
Well, we're still talking about the Academy Awards right now. This is a few days afterwards. So in some ways, it's been one of the best things to happen to the awards ceremony. I think it's sometimes, any news is good news. And so I think the fact that we're still talking about it is good. But obviously, to have your last award, the big award, Best Picture, the one everyone waits for, to have a mistake there is quite significant. So they're going to make sure that it doesn't happen again.
OK, Julie, thanks very much for your time. Good to talk to you.